Hello, welcome back to GrayBush Knits. My name is Hannah. This is a channel all about my love of knitting, but will sometimes include some of my other hobbies like gardening or baking sourdough. If that sounds like something that you might be interested in, please stick around. Today's video is all about my current progress on two main projects. Two others have kind of been put on hold this week. And I'm just really excited to dive in and show you what kind of progress I've been making. Okay, so to start off with, I just want to let you all know that this week has just been insane for me. We had taxes get done, I had dental appointments, working obviously at my full-time job, which is a veterinary technician. And then yesterday at work, there was an accident where I got bit by a dog in my hand. So I'm gonna try really hard to not have the footage zoom in on my hand because I know that's not something that some people want to see. So just bear with me, and I might be a little bit slower, a little bit more careful when holding up these projects just because it is in my right hand and it happened yesterday. So it hasn't even been 24 hours yet. But first of all, as far as kind of any sort of finished projects, I don't have any. I have been so focused on getting my sweater done that that's what I was doing all week. And then I decided after having to get these stitches to, well, not even then. I started last night, day before yesterday, to work on my Lulu Slipover. And then this morning, because I couldn't do anything after getting the stitches, my hand was numb. But this morning I have been working on that slipover and making really good progress. So that's going to be the first object that I share with you right now. So this, where's the top of it? Here we go. I'm working on the collar right now, so it is on the needles up here, but I'll just show you. So not a ton of progress compared to last week. This looks very similar to how it did last week. However, I do have the button placards in and some buttons. These are some antique buttons that I got at a thrift store, I believe. And like I said, I have to go slow. And then the other side, oops. Let's hold it this way for you. There we go. And that's the other side. Obviously, I haven't blocked this yet. I just wanted to make sure that the buttons were going to fit. The very last hole that I did, it seemed very small, and I really wasn't sure if the buttons were going to fit through there. So I was eager to put those in place and just make sure that they would. But then I'll just show you this bit that I've started on the collar. I'm not very far, just a couple rows at this point. So I will hopefully get that done. My plan right now is to do probably a folded collar and see how I like that. I don't know if I want a full turtleneck like what's on the actual pattern. So I may make a slight modification, but I'm hoping beyond hope to have this completely done by next week. I don't think that that's unreasonable by any means, as long as my hand doesn't start hurting really bad. One second, I dropped my yarn again. Okay, and then my second, oh, I don't know if I said, so that's my Lulu Slipover by Petite Knit. I'm sure that I'll put it in the corner at the beginning like I'm supposed to. So then my second project, this is my Perikon Sweater by Fiber Tales, and this is a test knit due by the end of the month. So at this point in time I have 5 days left to finish it, which I don't think is going to be a problem considering the progress I've made. I did not put a progress marker on this when we talked last week, but I know I was maybe just a couple rows into the cables on the collar. So I've made a good amount of progress. I have completely finished the body. I've done the ribbing and I started the first sleeve. So I'm very happy. And you can see the detail there on the cabling. I think this is just stunning. I've tried it on a couple times, just, you know, obviously as I was checking the length and making sure how long I wanted the body, making sure that the measurements she has in the pattern are what I wanted to use, and which everything was on. I was really excited about that. But I will say this is something that I'm going to have to wear over like a thin long sleeve t-shirt or a tank top, something like that. It's very itchy. Obviously I haven't blocked it, so maybe that will change, but I'm really excited to see how this will turn out. And I've been working on this, like I said, solely since I received the yarn in the mail last week, and I am still loving this combination of yarn with the unspun held with the mohair. It makes a humongous difference. I obviously decided to do one sleeve at a time rather than working two at a time. I just thought that with the unspun it might be difficult to work with that much yarn, you know, all over the place. I was just afraid it was going to break constantly and have to deal with that. So I decided I wasn't in that much of a hurry and doing it like this was just fine. I don't think I have any sort of problems with this pattern. I think, like I said, I think it's just stunning. It's gonna just, I just don't even have words. I love the cable design. I love how simple it is. And I'm so excited to have this sweater completed. So hopefully this will also be done by the time we visit next week. I don't see why not. Again, unless my hand really starts to hurt, but I feel like this is something that's very doable. I know that Lerka is trying to release this pattern as soon as she can, which is why we have a deadline at the end of this month. I have not heard exactly what the release date is. So as soon as that information is available, I will try to add that down in the description bar, as well as posting and sharing about it, obviously, on my Instagram. I will leave my information here. As far as acquisitions go, I have not purchased anything. I've been so good this week. However, and that includes yarn, patterns, all of that. I haven't bought anything. But one thing that I did acquire were, well, my husband has a deer shed that he found, gosh, 15 years ago. And I had been seeing these buttons made with antlers and asked him if, because the shed that he had is only one side, so it's just kind of wonky. It was in some bushes, so it's not a very nice piece. It was broken and all of this. So I asked him if he'd be willing to cut that up for me, which is what he did. So he's made me, oh, nope, that's not gonna work. He's made me, there we go, some discs. And I'll just show you a couple of these. Again, let me try to do this so you don't have to look at my hand. There we go. So they're just some discs that I will end up putting, you know, buttonholes through them. I'm really excited. Some of these are just beautiful. I have not stained them or put any kind of finish on them. They're just freshly cut. And there is still some of the antler left so that I could make some more. We'll just kind of see. I wanted to just have a few in different sizes so that I can test that out, see how it's going to work. I think it's going to be perfect, so I'm really excited about that. As far as plans for this week, Obviously, I'm going to focus on my sweater and my slipover that I've just showed you. The Korshavn cardigan, I am hoping that I can start probably after our video next week. I don't know if I'll have time before then. And then the Zimtstern shawl that I'm working on, I have not made any progress this week either. Again, like I said, that Perikon sweater has been top priority. So as soon as these are both off the needles, I'll go ahead and continue working on those. I don't know if I'm going to add anything else. I've been really craving making a t-shirt or something along those lines, so I may do that, or I really would love to do the Rockhound vest, and that was something that I featured in my 15 knits for 2024 video, which I will maybe put that in the cards, and that way if you'd like to check out that video, it'll send you right there. But I'm just really anxious to get those done before I start anything else. I keep craving, you know, casting on something new, but as fast as I'm getting this sweater done, that's kind of enough serotonin that I don't feel the need to cast on right now, so that's kind of nice. Also, getting to this point with the Lulu Slipover where I'm just on the collar and then I'll be done, I'm really excited for that as well. And being able to have those two projects completed will be just my ultimate goal for this coming week. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed seeing my progress on my sweater and my slipover. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I so enjoyed being able to share with you my progress, even though I feel like it wasn't a lot this week, but I've almost finished an entire sweater, so I need to remind myself of that. But I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will talk with you more down in the comments, and I hope that you have a great weekend, and I will see you next time. Bye!